But what if Deadpool turned evil? In one universe, the X-Men tried to help Deadpool by taking him to a special place run by Dr. Benjamin Brighton, who could calm troubled minds. Wolverine felt worried and told Professor X,
I got a bad feeling about this, Chuck. I don't like it. Wade may be a loose cannon, but turning him over to these quacks ain't the right move.
but Charles said they had no other choice. So they left Wade there. But they didn't know that the Doctor was actually a supervillain named Psycho Man who had taken over Dr. Benjamin.
It's your inability to focus, your incessant jabbering, that makes you an inefficient killer. What Dr. Brighton can't fix, Psycho Man will.
Hey, there's no need to be rude. I'm very efficient.
Psycho Man begins to torture Deadpool with some kind of a gadget,
Excellent. You're responding quite nicely.
explaining that pain is necessary to attain his goal of changing Deadpool.
Don't let him kick him. Stop it.
Psycho Man explains that after this procedure, Deadpool will transform into a lethal soldier, completely devoted to him. And that's when something happens, because the two voices in Deadpool's head disappear, leaving only one voice behind.
Hello, Wade.
There, all done now.
But Deadpool manages to break free from the straitjacket and starts choking the Doctor.
You really should teach your team how to properly secure a Hug Me jacket.
That's when Psycho Man emerges from the back of his head and orders Deadpool to obey him and stop.
Obey your master. Obey Psycho Man.
You heard the man. Obey.
But Deadpool simply grabs him and kills him.
All it needs is your stamp of approval. Finish the job.
He heads over to the psychiatric hospital and encounters numerous patients begging to be released.
Free us!
I can pay you.
Let's make a deal.
Deadpool explains to them that it might be better for everyone if they die, because
No deals. I'm putting you out of your misery. Believe me, you don't want to be around for what's coming.
Deadpool asks the new voice in his head where the other voices went. The voice assures him they're gone and admits to craving more blood. As this is the moment when we see the Fantastic Four end.
No, Sue, it's too late. Put a worry about me. You have to get to safety. You have to warn with the portal destroyed. You can't get them back.
Oh, Reed, gone. Everything destroyed. Even Ben, reduced to rocks and dust.
Reed dies. But that's when she hears a
Johnny!
She quickly runs to the other room and finds Human Torch there.
No, Johnny!
Deadpool quickly jumps on him and
Well, peekaboo. Red's definitely your color.
Susan tells him that she doesn't understand why he attacked her family, but she doesn't care because
You won't be hurting anyone else, ever.
she kills Deadpool and starts looking at Johnny, but Deadpool quickly regenerates his head and kills her.
Never, ever turn your back on a dead enemy, especially not one with a healing factor.
Later on, a news report covers Deadpool's rampage.
No hero is safe from this bloody rampage.
He took down Ghost Rider, Dr. Doom, and even Howard the Duck.
No villain is out of harm's way.
And that's when we see him fighting Spider-Man.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Spider-Man tells Deadpool that he won't kill him because he's not a killer.
You're lucky I'm not like you. You're lucky I don't kill you for what you've done.
Am I?
Do you think they would let you break character even if you wanted to?
He then grabs Deadpool and demands an explanation. But Deadpool responds by pulling out his gun and shooting Spider-Man.
Spider-Man no more, huh?
He killed Spider-Man. Somebody has to stop him.
Oh my god.
Let's get him.
That was fun. Amazing, even. Who's next?
It doesn't matter. They all have to die.
That's when we see the Avengers and other superheroes discussing the situation.
All right, I guess we should start it.
Are you kidding? This isn't even half the active roster, let alone the reserve members. Where is everyone?
Realizing they need to take action immediately.
There ain't but one thing to do. It's kill or be killed.
That maniac murdered Danny. I want a little payback.
However, Jarvis quickly enters the room.
Dr. Pym is missing!
And explains that someone has stolen Pym particles. And that's when everyone realizes.
Oh, I know who Deadpool's next targets are. Us.
That they are Deadpool's next target.
Avengers, take cover.
Deadpool starts singing. But that's when he notices that Luke Cage has managed to survive.
You need more than a couple of bombs to take down someone with unbreakable skin.
But Deadpool tells him that he also used Pym particles to drink even more explosives.
That's why I shrunk down a couple of extra bombs for special purposes.
And he sneaked them into Luke's morning coffee.
One down.
You'll find the Oceans more of a challenge. Villain.
I'm scouring from the face of Midgard.
Thor throws his hammer, but Deadpool deflects it, and then enlarges it using his final batch of Pym
What's
particles.
stronger, your hammer or your flesh?
And just like that, he kills Thor.
What can I say? Have it thee. Boop. Are you satisfied? Should I be? I'm sorry it had to be this way. I'm sorry they don't understand. They always thought I was crazy, but they never realized I saw the world the way it really is.
Manages to rip Deadpool apart and starts screaming at him for killing his friends.
Only Hulk gets to kill Hulk's enemies.
But then he decides to take a nap. And that's when Deadpool regenerates. Finds him.
You shouldn't rip me apart and then take a nap.
And kills him too. However, at that moment, we see a group of grieving loved ones. They hand a large sum of cash and gold to an assassin named Taskmaster and instruct him to do one thing.
We want you to kill Deadpool.
Not a problem.
As Taskmaster attempts to locate him. Deadpool kidnaps Professor X.
You and me have a lot to talk about.
He stabs him in the leg, demanding that he gather all the X-Men to their locations.
To me, my X-Men!
The X-Men respond.
You heard the man, squad. This place may be set up like a maze, but we can just make a few doors of ours.
Only to discover that Deadpool has also captured an evil genius named Arcade, who is known for his trap-making skills. And of course, with Arcade's help, Deadpool just lured X-Men where he wanted to.
What is this stuff?
Don't know, but it's drying fast, hardening. I don't even know if he can breathe.
Pixie, we gotta get him out of here. Get him some.
I think he's trying to blast it off. Sam!
Lord, Scott, Emma, Sam.
The other one's name is Pixie, in case you forgot.
That's when we see the other X-Men trapped in some kind of a room. They get electrocuted. Kitty Pryde is trapped in a mirror maze with no means of escape. Magneto is killed by being submerged in jellified acid. And X-23 and Daken are burned every time they regenerate.
Enough! I will not let you hurt anyone else! Your mind. I'm shutting your mind down.
Professor X manages to enter Deadpool's mind and attempts to kill him, but he suddenly sees something, stops, and dies.
What's the matter, Chuck? Don't like what you saw in my head? Can't handle the truth? Oh. Brain death. The truth will set you free, huh? Or vegetize you, at least.
Afterwards, Deadpool spots Wolverine on the monitors and decides to confront him. As a trophy, he puts on the skin of the beast. He starts fighting him with a carbonadium blade and tells him that
your mutant power isn't regeneration, it's popularity.
Taskmaster keeps trying to track down Deadpool.
What are you up to, Wade?
And realizes that his next move is to travel between realities. At that moment, it becomes apparent that Deadpool has pushed the entire world to the brink of destruction. Riots in the streets. Heroes and villains fighting each other. Others killing themselves. Deadpool uses a villain called Puppet Master to kill the surviving heroes and villains. But that's when the Punisher manages to track him down. He shoots him and quickly rushes to finish him off. But then he realizes that he actually killed the Puppet Master dressed up as him. Deadpool then appears behind Frank, with his puppet in hand, enabling him to control the Punisher.
Today, after years of being a hard-ass killer of criminals, I got pawned by a cabbage head doll.
Deadpool manipulates the puppet and
bang!
Kills Frank.
Sorry about that, Frank. I know. Killing all the marvels of the world is supposed to be your gig.
After some time, Taskmaster finally manages to track down Deadpool.
I'm done chasing you, Wade. I'm ending this here and now. I'll bury you so deep in this muck that no one will ever find you.
We don't want to be forgotten. We want to have never existed in the first place.
He expresses his frustration with the ongoing chase and says that it's time for it to end.
I was wondering when you'd show up. Actually, it kind of makes sense, this being the last stand and all.
Taskmaster, who possesses the ability to mimic any fighting style, continues to copy Deadpool until he hears a voice in his head.
That's it. His muscle memory kicking in, his reflexes mimicking ours. Let his eyes open to our gospel.
Shut up.
He can hear me.
Of course I can hear you. You won't shut up.
But that's when we find out that Deadpool once again outsmarted everyone.
Oh no.
Because Man-Thing shows up and kills Taskmaster.
Because whoever knows fear burns at the Man-Thing's touch.
Deadpool explains that this was his plan from the beginning, to exploit Taskmaster's fear, to draw out Man-Thing. Since Man-Thing is a guardian of the nexus of all realities, Deadpool begins conversing with him.
Standing guard over all creation, protecting all those tortured, painful existences.
Man-Thing senses Deadpool's desire to end everything, and agrees with him.
Man-Thing's flesh is the key and the gate. He sacrifices himself for our cause.
And opens a portal to other realities.
Oh, come on, I thought I could just, stab creation in the heart or something. Maybe roast some marshmallows as all existence burns down around me. Finding the center point of existence is no easy task.
Where Deadpool is about to confront the real Puppet Masters. The individuals who control every superhero and villain.
Okay, on the last page, we'll have a close shot of Deadpool as he approaches the door to one of Marvel's conference rooms.
And it's the creators of this comic book. The writer of this book, Cullen Bunn, asks the pencil Dalibor to capture how handsome he is, while others also make the same request.
Whatever this team is working on, it's a comic book masterpiece. Hey, I see you out there, watching. Don't worry, I'll be done with these jokers and this universe before you know it. I'll find you soon enough.